Hey, this is Tyler.
This is Carter.
You got some booze you want us to try?
We're gonna try some booze.
Y'all ready for some shit?
In your face!
Booze trials!
Honk honk.
Booze trials.
That's a sick beat.
Thank you. Yeah, it turns out I've actually gotten better at my beatboxing since I've really messed with tube and throat singing. Like somehow tube and throat singing's allowed me to get the more dubstepish deep bass out of my beatboxing.
That's a great story. What kind of beer are we gonna be drinking?
Okay, so this is another out-of-state one that was given to me generously by Andy at a place where I'm close live by.
Jesus.
Rahr's Storm Cloud India Pale Ale.
Rahr.
Actually, Rahr Sons, R-A-H-R.
Rahr.
This is out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh.
There's a little story on this one. It says, during a fierce storm on his voyage across the ocean, William Rahr yelled, "Roll on, old sea! When the storm clouds have destroyed themselves, we will still be standing and drinking."
Rahr.
To commemorate this voyage, we created an India Pale Ale with a touch of German influence.
Interesting.
Sounds tasty. Okay, that's just stuff about the company, which honestly I don't care about.
Well, I want to know.
Rahr Sons, if you care about the company history stuff.
Does
It doesn't look like an interesting story. That's the only reason I'm not going to read it.
This doesn't tell you what the percentage is.
Oh yeah.
But it says go text and you're.
But it actually, oh yeah, it does not say anything about that. Huh?
We're just going to have to find out.
Anymore, you can just about find any of this out online if it doesn't say it on the bottle. So I'm not really worried about it.
Beeradvocate.com, yeah.
What was it? What was it you told me on one of our episodes? Yeah, save that shit for Wikipedia.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's nice to say it if we can see it on the label and just be like, here you go, you already know it, and it's on the bottle. So, whatever.
There's nothing really distinct about the scent of this beer. It doesn't really even smell hoppy. It's
I don't know.
I don't either.
I do not know. Yeah.
I'm
Because,
confused.
I mean, I'll tell you, man, looking at that label, man, it looks intense, you know? Look at that label, they're on a fucking ocean, ships on storms and, craziness going on. But this beer, nothing
Well, let's find out.
nothing crazy about it in the smell. Let's see if the craziness is in the taste.
Boom. No, not really. I mean, it's good, but
Yeah.
I'm not overwhelmed by the ship beer.
Yeah. It's actually not that hoppy. It's just kind of this is almost like what I would call the calm before the storm. So, way to throw me the fuck off here, Roar.
Well,
We're in the eye of the storm.
you know
where
what
nothing's going on.
You know what they say? Everything sucks bigger in Texas. So
What's it?
I guess.
Oh, hey, you know what? Us Okies actually have a joke. Most of you Okies probably already know it, but the rest of you probably may not. Why do birds fly upside down in Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Because everything we're shitting on is in Texas.
This guy. That's pretty good. It's true too.
Everything does suck bigger in Texas. I don't know why people love that place.
They do have a pretty badass water park, but other than that.
In all seriousness, though, I mean, just like any other state, Texas got its gems, but
San Antonio is a pretty rad place.
Yeah.
Which is where the water park is.
Yeah.
Schlitterbahn.
And I actually kind of enjoyed El Paso when I went there. That was an interesting experience because when you go into El Paso, if you're traveling from the east to the west, I was traveling westbound into El Paso, and when you drive into El Paso on the west side, there's on your left hand side, you can see all these fucked up shanties and shacks that are in Juarez, Mexico, right there.
Oh,
so you just see this fucking shanty town that looks like something you'd see in pictures of Brazil, right? Surrounded by the fence. Where on the El Paso side, everything's all pretty and fucking amazing. It's wow, that's a huge contrast.
It's like that cartoon, crossing the railroad track.
It really, oh my god, it really is, dude. It's fucking insane.
Don't go to the east.
Oh man, it is.
It's a beast.
Yeah, it is. Don't go to the east because it's a beast, man.
Or don't go to the south. You'll get sores on your mouth.
That I just completely went gutter on that one, man.
As my grandma always said.
Oh, this guy over here, man. Wow. Don't
grandma-
go to the south. You get sores on your
That's
mouth.
what my grandma told me in kindergarten.
You know, thank goodness we're recording this because I have a crappy memory and I want to like use this later.
Crappy memory. Underwhelming, but very decent beer. I mean, it's
very smooth.
like this would be an IPA I would start people off on.
Yeah, it's a good beginner IPA, definitely.
Because it's not like Sam Adams or
right. It's like it's just a step above Sam Adams IPA and like the hoppiness content. Like because a Sam Adams quote unquote IPA is like barely hoppy at all, and just like that's a true beginner, I guess. Whereas like this one. Like if you want the beginner but still have a bit of a bite to it, like it's got a little bit of a bite, you know.
Yeah,
it's just not real. It's not like. Yeah, it's like a Rahr Sons.
Yeah, it's very
Storm Cloud and
it's
fucking.
a misleading beer.
It's very misleading.
Might as well have like a what is it, a typhoon following the ship. It's, I don't know, a bunch of sharks churning the waters around it.
In all fairness, we don't know any other beers from this brewery, so for all we know,
yeah, it's a lot.
They may have like a super IPA.
Yeah,
for all we know, that's like that actually has the shit caught up in the fucking hurricane or something. Or like Moby Dick actually swallowed them up.
It's like a bunch of broken pieces of wood floating in the water. Like,
yeah, it's like
aftermath.
Yeah, and that's like where the real hoppiness comes in.
Like 15% alcohol. Fuck you, go Texas.
Oh man,
destroyed this ship with our awesome beer.
You know what's really crazy awesome about being able to like about out of state beers or out of state for us Okies anyway is that we can actually trash the brewery and like nobody cares. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, kind of true.
Like, we've had people that are like, "Oh, don't go burning bridges." Things you say about breweries. You're like, well, if you don't want us to say bad things about breweries, and the breweries need to stop making shitty beer. But this is not shitty beer though. We don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. This is actually pretty good, and this is definitely a good beginner if you want to get into hoppy beers and don't want the like.
Yeah, I would be interested to try some of their other stuff and see if it's just like a nice mellow.
Yeah, I would definitely be down, especially if they. I like for all we know, like this brewery may have like interesting stuff. Like for example, that Weston brewery that has the Lucy's hot pepper stuff. Maybe they got something like that we don't know about.
Habanero beer.
I am interested in giving that a shot though. Like, just like checking that out and see if there's anything else, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just see what Andy's got to offer next time I go into the store.
All right. Well,
so that's an episode. I don't think there's anything else to really. I'm just gonna finish the rest of this and we'll get back to the next whatever.
Sweet.
Cheers, mate.